Hello and welcome everybody to the Dating Without Nipples podcast, where we go topless, taking the top off of insecurity, pressure, overwhelm, all the things that get in our way from just having fun and being in flow, living our most courageous and inspired lives. I am so excited to have Sheila Andres with me today. Sheila is a trusted advisor, progress expert, and speaker. She champions small business success. After college, Sheila found her passion as the right hand and partner to an entrepreneur building his legacy from startup to success. The journey was hard, mentally, emotionally, and physically, but with perseverance and dedication, she prevailed. Today, Sheila is on fire and on purpose, helping small business owners turn their vision for success into reality. She is the owner of Realize Your Vision, coaching and consulting that brings fun and flow to the business journey. And she is the founder of the StuckSucks Movement, where small business success is the catalyst for positive global impact. Sheila believes there is power in small. Sheila, thank you so much for being with us here today in this conversation.
Thanks for having me, Alissa. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you have been successful in making that big leap that I imagine so many people want to do, which is going from corporate and working, no matter how successfully, working toward someone else's dream when you have a big dream of your own. Now you're in entrepreneurship. You've not only created success for yourself, but you're doing that for other small business owners. Tell me a little bit about that journey and what that transition was like for you.
You know, in looking back, the truth that I realized is that working in corporate was part of my journey and a stepping stone to lead me into my true purpose. So what I think I'm finding and what I would love to share with everyone is that if you are in that corporate space and you don't feel whole, you know, after some point, there's something missing. There's this deep desire and tugging for more. It's probably because you're not living out your true purpose in life. But that doesn't mean that where you're at is a mistake. Nothing's ever a mistake. And when I look back now, everything that I had gone through was exactly what I needed to go through, and it prepared me for what I'm doing now. And I'm grateful for it, because that's the experience, my power, my strength to really serve others in the entrepreneurship space.
Beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
what would you say to people that are either making that transition or they're in the early stages of entrepreneurship? Because the early stages are not just about figuring out the tips and tricks and strategies of marketing or business. It is a wildly personal journey, and it really stretches every aspect of our lives. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey on a personal level, stepping into entrepreneurship, and also any guidance you might give to other early entrepreneurs?
Can I just say, your questions are so juicy. I'm like, oh my God, that was so juicy.
Well, thank you.
I know. Let me see what I can squeeze out here for you guys.
Give it a massage, would you?
You know, when you were talking, what came to my mind was earlier on when I got out of college, I was so passionate. I was passionate. I was alive. And I found myself passionate about the business owner's vision, almost to the point like I made it my own. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I just got out of college. I wasn't doing what I studied for. I was actually an electrical engineer major, and then I switched out to computer information systems, and then they hired me on for sales. It was software development, all this stuff. But the truth is, when I look back, the biggest role I played was this trusted advisor to the business owner, but I was passionate and I loved what I was doing and I was fueled. And then years went by, business started to grow. We faced big mountains to climb, and it felt impossible. Things started to get harder, but there was still the passion, and I was able to get through it. But at some point, the passion started to fade, and then the mountains was not pleasant. It started to get big, hairy, ugly, scary, steep, whatever you want. And you're like, freaking mountain again. And I was like, can somebody throw a dog a bone? Because I was just searching for anything to inspire and motivate me to keep, pushing forward. And I think the biggest thing that I took away from that was I didn't accept the fact that I was an entrepreneur at heart. And I think the journey taught me what I needed to. And even in that pain, even in the loss of passion and inspiration and desire and even fun and the freaking flow, everything started to get even harder. It just felt like the minute I got out of some kind of trap, I fell into freaking quicksand. And I'm like searching for, some kind of branch or a stick or anything or anyone like choke you down by the neck to grab me out of this hole. It just felt harder. And I was like, what's happening? And the truth is, my journey in life and in my career was moving on. It was moving on. And so my passion needed to be inspired in some other way. And there was no one else that could inspire it except me. And so that's where it begins, that journey of trying to figure out what lights me up, what gets me going, what is it that you want? At what point did you lose your joy, Sheila? And when did life get dull and boring and suddenly nothing was sparkly and fun and thrilling and adventurous? It was just so monotonous. Felt like a freaking human mummy. And I thought about it. I'm not a spring chicken, guys. We're not going to go there. Did I say I was with the company for 2 decades? Okay, I just aged myself, but 2 decades is a long time. And when you come back and think about it, it's going, do I still have time in my life to make a change and live it the way I want to? What is this loss of passion? Why does life feel so hard? And I'm sorry, but each day is a gift. Your life is precious. You are meant for something more and a specific purpose. And to sit here and look at your life going, this sucks. It's yucky. It doesn't feel good. I'm like, oh, heck no, I'm not doing that. Fudge. So it's like, I got to grab something by the chokehold and turn this around. And I want to encourage you guys to do it. It's scary. But deep down inside, when you're living a life and you're just moving forward and it doesn't feel good, like in the core, like from your core. There's problems in life and it hurts. We know that. But when you sit down and deep down inside, you're like, this is not the way I want to live. This is not the way I want to feel. You just know. And so follow that, because you're a lot smarter than you know or allowing you to be.
To be an entrepreneur is to be a visionary, really. And whatever the source of inspiration is, there are visions and there are dreams and there's passion, and it's what lights us up. And I can't think of anything more frustrating than to have a surplus of dreams and ideas and creativity without a channel for it to flow through productively, without a way to self-express, and then to also have the satisfaction of the give and the take of compensation, of making a difference of the world, exchanging your ideas, turning something that really just comes from an idea within, from a vision, to a real life offer and something that is of value to others. So basically we can see it come to life and we can play, and then we can experience the full range of what we want to create and make it a fulfilling business in our lives.
Girl, you're electrifying, because I just got goosies. Can you see that? I was like, yes, pouring that, feeling all of that. And you know what came to mind when you were talking? I denied myself for a very long time that I could be a visionary. I mean, I've had people in different moments and walks in my life going, Sheila, you could start your own business. I was like, I'm not that. I'm just the right-hand person. Excuse me. I'm just the right-hand person, like, no, I'm not about the limelight or the front runner and all these things. But the truth is, a lot of what that owner and visionary was trying to do, I was co-creating in that space that he created called his business. And I came alive. And I think what happens here is I wanted to share that because I think we may unconsciously within our subconscious and just completely unaware, we limit ourselves. We deny ourselves from a truth. And here's the truth. If you're not doing what you're meant to do, it'll just keep coming at you like a
that is the truth. You're so right. And it was the same for me in terms of really acknowledging I am an entrepreneur. What does that mean? That means what? That I'm filing a Schedule C. I have my own business. I'm an independent contractor. There's so many different things that you could say that make somebody an entrepreneur, but it really is a personality type, I believe, more than anything. And when I started to say, I am an entrepreneur, as you said, not in a way to boast or to push myself to the front or anything like that, but just to understand myself, to be more self-aware, that these are the things that bring me satisfaction. I will always need to be on a new adventure. I will always be trying to turn my creativity into functionality and solutions for other people. I want to make something, and I want that to be my ultimate lifestyle. Lo and behold, I also surround myself with other entrepreneurs because we're a similar mindset, a similar personality. Now, we've brought other entrepreneurs together into Sisterhood. And I think it's important for any entrepreneurs listening or anyone that thinks, well, that's me. I'm a visionary. I'm creative. I've had dreams. Whether or not someone officially has their own business or that first framed dollar on their wall, having the personality of an entrepreneur, to be in a sisterhood space with other entrepreneurs that think the same way. And I love that you use the word co-creation, right? But to step from co-creating for someone else's dream into co-creating your dream alongside other inspiring women, that's when progress really ignites. And that's when we start to set each other free and super boost, sort of supercharge each other. Would you agree?
Oh my gosh. Like, yes, 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 yes. And yes, yes, yes. Like so much juicy stuff. If you guys are not capturing the low-hanging fruit, the Alissa keeps dropping. Letting you know, grab it, because I'm gonna just add some more to the rainfall. You were saying all these things about sisterhood, and I'd like to share my description or definition of what sisterhood means. We talk about wanting to be in a community and a tribe of like-minded people, but it's deeper than that. I think when you find a space that you can truly call sisterhood, it's about you feeling so free to be you, good and bad, whatever, it's in that perfect place or space. And it allows you, again, truly to be you completely. And there is something powerful about that in you evolving into that person that you need to be to give you what you desire. And in addition to that, and that whole thing about creativity, oh man, Alissa said the word constipation, and I don't know what it is, but I held on to that like it was,
That's an analogy. That's an analogy I've used.
Oh, I love it. I don't know why. The whole thing about constipation is not present, but I love it. And we can get plugged up, guys. I think everyone has some kind of varying level of creativity that needs to be expressed in their own way, in that special way. And if you can't be that person that allows you to express that, you're plugged up. If you surround yourself from people that just keep throwing things at you and you're choking it down and you can't release it, you're backed up.
This is, you know, you're backed up if, as an entrepreneur, you know, you're backed up if, but it's, it reminds me though of seeing the picture perfect, polished presentation of whether it's Instagram or someone's business presentation, someone on stage, authors, people that we might be inspired by. And you see all of the highlights. And then to me, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but it still feels like the analogy of, okay, but what do you do when it's cameras closed, lights off, you're peeling off the fake eyelashes, you're shaking out your hair, you know, you're taking the tissues out from your fancy collared shirt, and you just go, oh, you know, then who do you go debrief with? Who do you have the coffee with? And even on the front end of all of the creation and performance side, it's with the surplus of ideas, where are we safe to get feedback? And I have so many good ideas, and I have had to recognize the ones that are not going to be fruitful. That's why I say surplus.
That's a hard no right there. Hard no.
Because a decent amount of them get, you know, in the shower, they are life-changing, and they're $1 million ideas. By the time I dry off and go out and speak with others, it's that feels kind of silly now, or not so much. But in Sisterhood, there's no shame around that. We toss out ideas, we show things back and forth, and it's a way to get feedback. It's so vulnerable to be an entrepreneur and to try to put your first draft of your different ideas, first of all, to consolidate them, and then to articulate them, and then put your first draft out right into social media, right into your marketing. When your brands are changing, messaging is evolving, all of this is shifting. It's such a beautiful thing to first take those things to Sisterhood and get not what should I do feedback, because everyone can decipher for themselves, but just, I want to hear myself say this. I want to try this on for myself. And how do I feel now that I've been seen, and what's my reflection for myself in Sisterhood? I think that it's such an incredible catalyst for a business to get organized and get effective.
You know, my heart wants to, oh my God, you see this? I want to shower you right now with so much gratitude, Alissa, because you gave me this aha. And I know that this is for public hearing, and this is about being vulnerable and authentic. You guys, let me show you a taste of what that looks and sounds like.
You going topless?
Oh my God. Well, I'm taking something off here. The aha was, I was sitting there going, I'm really attracted to Alissa in so many ways. However you guys want to deal with that, that's your thing.
Girl crush.
But it's sat there, there's just this deep connection and almost this feeling of we're just in sync in terms of our mind and what it flows. I mean, how we share our gifts, how we understand things, but yet unique to each of us. And when you were talking, the aha came to me in the fact that, you know, as a trusted advisor and progress expert, I love journeying with entrepreneurs, side by side them in their journey, supporting them. And I realized when you were talking, what makes I feel, and this is not coming from a place of arrogance, but holding my own truth, is what makes me so unique and special and different and extremely effective, is because that sisterhood I'm creating with the CEO or the business owner and that entrepreneur in their business journey and creating this legacy that they want. And now I see with what you and I are doing, hint, hint, guys. This is just taking that to a whole nother greater level to really impact and do something amazing in the world and in people's lives. Like, whoo, that felt so good, guys. Goosies all around.
Well, and I am so proud of you. And not that I need to be, but I so appreciate you're holding your truth, as you say. It's the here it comes, I'm going to hold my truth, which is a massive celebration, and that braggalicious, watch me do, because it's another aspect of owning our power, seeing ourselves fully, and going to a space where we create and we celebrate. We celebrate. There's taking the top off of being overly modest, right? When you have a really big win, who can handle that in your life? For me, it's sisterhood. When I am in all out braggalicious, guys, I'm killing it mode, my sisters can handle that. And that needs to be expressed and celebrated fully. We tend to step right over the victories and really sink ourselves sometimes too much into the to-do list or the where things are not quite buttoned up yet. And then of course all this self-doubt comes in. And so creating a tidal wave that's bigger than all of those things, that washes all those things away, is really, really helpful. So I've been leading sisterhood for a little while. Sheila is a sister goddess, and we are really excited to be creating a sisterhood that is specifically for female entrepreneurs. Sheila wants to bring the business aspect to the fun and the flow. And as a businesswoman myself, I am all for it. Sheila, do you want to talk a little bit about the business portion and what you foresee in the sisterhood, how it's going to be so beneficial for female entrepreneurs?
Totally. And I wish that there was a way to voice out in audio my physical shaking I'm going on, because I'm so excited. Like I'm having such a blast. And yeah, I'm excited about what we're creating and what we're putting out into the world, because I think this is the time with what's going on with everything, COVID, social injustice, all this uncertainty, the unrest, that it's like grabbing this opportunity to step out and be boldly us in a different and creative way. And my heart has always felt and seen and witnessed in other entrepreneurs, their journey and how hard it's been from every aspect, mentally, emotionally, to physically. And this journey, if someone hasn't told you yet and you decided to become an entrepreneur, it is the hardest self-development journey you will ever go through. And when I was first starting, this came to me. And as I just keep feeding and building into it, it just keeps growing to validate and affirm its truth, in that in a business journey, every time an entrepreneur comes to me, I'm having a conversation and I'm touching on transformation, strategy, self-love and care, and even spirituality. And whatever source you have, really, to me, it's about love. It's about love and believing in this higher source that's perfect, that knows your deepest desires, that has a grander plan for you than you can ever imagine, will always give you what you need. And I think holding and having some kind of faith into something like that is so powerful in helping us through those moments in life, not where it's up, but when it's down and it becomes very difficult. And you don't know. You are uncertain. You want certainty. You want facts. You want to feel safe. And the only thing that you can go by is trust. Trust in what? And so looking at this from a business standpoint, it is that. Business was so hard. When I left corporate, I thought, I helped this person go from a footprint of California to nationwide, make millions. We open office internationally. I helped run the place. And earlier in my career, the owner did give me part of the business. So I did play that role of entrepreneurship. But as his trusted advisor, and the progress side of it is we get stuck more often than we're willing to admit. And the stuck could be mentally, emotionally, physically, creatively. It could be a combination of everything. And I found myself igniting that, right? Getting out of the stuck, solving a problem, figuring out this idea and helping to make it into a reality. I mean, every moment it's just igniting some kind of action forward. And it's kind of just comes easy to me. And so it's sharing that gift with the world and entrepreneurs in that journey, But I've also experienced when I was doing it on my own, oh my God, it was horrible. I wanted to die. In those moments when it just escalated, it got to despair. And when you're sitting there by yourself, alone with your own thoughts, the only thing that kept coming to me was, you can't do this. You know, it's so hard. Like, you're useless. This is hopeless. Like, I want to quit, but I couldn't. I couldn't because deep down inside, I knew I was meant to. And it just felt like, can somebody just tell me what to do? And all I know is I was just embracing all of that. And in essence, that's really is. It's how can I share this and support entrepreneurs in a way that in their journey, giving them what they need and meeting them where they're at, but not so much like telling them what to do. It's advising. It is throwing things in there and supporting them to make that decision so that they can succeed their way. Because guys, stuck sucks.
Indecision, yes. Indecision is one of the biggest things that we subconsciously use to block ourselves.
Yes. And so I think with that and co-creating with Alissa, it's like, how can we create a program, this journey with you process that embraces who you are, supports you in every way that means you get to succeed your way, and we kill the lone wolf syndrome because you're not alone. We're providing and doing what we can to meet you where you're at so that you can keep taking action, so you can feel good about yourself. Whether you're in an up or down, an expansion or contraction, you're fully present. You get to be you. And there's something so amazing and in that positive energy that just drives you to just keep taking action. You know, and in that, there is progress and it's accelerated, you know, and when I think about progress, I just drool, guys. I just drool. I know that's not sexy, but it's sexy.
And the honor and the gift that it is to witness other women going through their journey. It is always so interesting to me how much insight I get just from witnessing other people in their inquiry, in their, should I do this or should I do that? And today I'm feeling, or today I'm on top of the world and I have this great idea. I'm going to do it. This is going to be the idea of all ideas. And then you see them next week and they go, what? Oh, I forgot about that. But it's like you say, it's helping each other. We get to be seen, and then we have the opportunity to witness each other. And in that, there's so much clarity. There's just so much seeing of, oh, I am right here and I belong and I have a lot to offer. And no matter where you are in your business success, if you're just starting out or if you have the hundreds of thousands of followers and the millions of dollars, we remain a human being throughout the whole range of that. And we are so much more alike than we are different. So we change and evolve together. We go through all of the humaning that goes along with the personal development and the spiritual journey. And we just really hold space for the clarity to show itself and for the decision making to have a little bit of flexibility and flow, because it really, like you said in the very beginning, there's not really mistakes. It's really experimenting. It's having the open channel to express yourself, to try new things. And when you talk about spirituality, I remember throwing my hands up at one point and saying, you gave me these gifts. You gave me this insatiable hunger for creativity and stuff. You keep dropping these visions on my lap. Please help me do something with them.
Yeah.
And it is the trust and the patience. But for me, in circle, dropping that I need to do it all and I need to show everybody that I'm the cat's meow so that they're so impressed by me that they want to follow me and then they'll become my clients. I surround myself with powerful women. There can't be a hierarchy or my whole world goes away. I'm so enamored by female entrepreneurs. Every woman is a big deal I think it really is just coming together to share the experience and to accelerate and elevate together.
No, and Alissa, don't you find that when you are getting what you need and you're surrounded by authentic people, and even in that moment when you're witnessing somebody and you're seeing and learning from them, like, it's such a pure and authentic state, and you're having fun. There's that sense of flow. And guess what? Things happen to go easy. It's not hard. I mean, you guys, for those of you who are in overwhelm, stressing out, always constantly tired, feeling like you're walking through molasses, and the thing that always comes out is, it's so hard. Why does it have to be difficult? You know, I'm struggling. You don't want to say that. The truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. And I think this is what we want to try to be able to create and support you, is finding that flow, supporting you and allowing you to experience what it takes so that things become easy. And when you're around people who are truly present and are willing to, yes, take off their tops, you know, and be completely vulnerable and real, it's inspiring. It creates community. It ignites you. It motivates you in such a way because you see in others what you know to be true in yours. And if they can do this for themselves, you can. Now, if you show up and you're still covered and trying to deny, we'll call you in your BS because it doesn't work. It feels yucky. You know, we're all like still trying to stay hidden, and it doesn't inspire us. But the minute somebody shows up and they're like, fudge, this is me throwing it all out on the table, it's like, whoa, like, I'm ignited. Mm-hmm. I want to do more. I feel good. And I'm not saying I'm trying to capitalize on your pain, but there's something so beautiful and hot and attractive and magnetic and like catalytical. Is that a word?
It is now.
It's powerful. It moves you. So there it is, guys. If you know, you want fun and flow, you want to experience what it is to have things easy, you would be surrounded by women that are truly honest and real, and then get inspired, ignited for 6 months and realizing, whoa, this was fun. It wasn't even work, you know.
I said recently,
kicking taco.
That's called kicking taco, which we will explain. I was saying to someone on a podcast just the other day that the opposite of overwhelm is, or inadequacy, or any of those ick emotions, is not necessarily confidence or being bulletproof, but it's being inspired. Can you be inspired and I feel inadequate or overwhelmed at the same time? Maybe if you're in comparison, which is such a different thing from being in inspiration and connection. True connection is pure for inspiration. No comparison, no judgment. We're very much police those things or assist to support and heal those things. they don't get the straight kick in the taco, but the opposite.
Unless they want it.
Yeah. You can volunteer anytime. The opposite really is inspiration and fun and laughter. We've had a mentor that has said in the past, funny equals money. And it's so true. To be in laughter, to be lit up, that is the flow and the fun of the creativity and self-expression, and really gets the momentum going. Now, taco kicking, which has come to be, I actually said to Sheila, it needs to be in the title. I don't know how, but we're working it in for the sake of authenticity and standing in our own truth.
It's our mantra.
The taco kick. So the taco kick program, no, it's actually called Success on Your Terms, a business kick in the taco for inspired entrepreneurs. And this is a 6-month program combining Sheila's expertise in business and business strategy and progress with my, I'll stand in my truth, expertise and mastery of holding space for and bringing together the most magnificent women to connect and celebrate and to encourage, support, and help propel each other in our business endeavors and in our dreams. Is there anything you want to add as an invitation to the program? We've talked a lot about it, and I think we've given people a pretty good example of our personalities today.
I know. I think, I mean, how could you not like think that was hot? Like, I mean, I'm in it, but just listening to it, like, really attracts me because I think it's different. I really do. I think I'm saying different because I have gone through coaching. I've met different people and we get all the same kind of marketing, but this is extremely in the space of experiential. It's really playful and what do you call that? Creative and adventurous, and trying to create space to meet all the amazing people that will show up for this where they're at, and holding this container of amazing community, feeling safe, feeling free to be yourself so that you guys can also grow from each other. And I don't know how else to explain it, but I find that to be really powerful. And if this is something that really resonates with you, I mean, check it out. Go to successonyourterms.solutions, read on it. And if you have questions, if you want a taco kick, you can, little kick in the taco. It doesn't hurt, guys. It doesn't. It's so loving and so real and honest that you're going to want so much more of it. You're like, keep kicking me in the taco because it aligns you. It gets you in integrity with yourself and who you are and what you desire. And I'm sorry, but that puts you on track for movement forward and achieving the success that you want. So you're going to want more taco, kick in. You got in a taste of her personality. I can be a cornball, but I know how to take care of business. And this is what it is, fun and flow. You're welcome to reach out. We'd love to pour love on you, share with you where you're at, suggest next steps. If it's this journey, great. If it isn't, great. But we're here for you. So that's what I want to end with.
Absolutely. Me too. I love that. Ending on celebration and adoration for any female and male, anybody out there that's doing the vulnerable journey of entrepreneurship or just being in their courageous, inspired everyday life. It shows up in so many forms. I will put the links and information in show notes. Thank you, Sheila, for coming to play today. We've had so much fun. And until next time, everybody, be topless, be creative, be adventurous, be a visionary. Thanks so much.